Hi there, it's Kelly Resendez, and I want to have a really honest conversation with you today because many of us have seasons in our life where we feel stuck or lack clarity, and it's not easy. Like, no matter where you are in your career, your relationship, maybe it's around your health, if you have an idea or a blueprint for what you want in your life, and then you just aren't getting traction on getting there, it can feel really heavy. We can have a lot of shame. We can distract ourselves. We can, maybe want to start sleeping more or watching Netflix more or just kind of avoiding the situation overall. And what I want to talk to you a little bit about today is a strategy that's really helped me get through those seasons where I am feeling really stuck. I know something needs to shift, but I just haven't figured out a way to get there. So the first thing that I want you to know is this happens to us all. Like, even the most successful people are gonna have seasons where they feel stuck. And what we need to give ourselves is a lot of grace and understanding that this is just a part of the human journey. I've really found that the seasons in my life where I felt the most stuck end up creating the most momentum to get me to the next level of where I want to go. And so look at it as a super positive thing. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. That's the first belief that you need to dig into, is just everything's going to work out and you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So you might be confused, you might be curious about what's coming, if you need to take more action, but just really sink into this feeling that you're supposed to be going through this. The second thing that you need to know is that where you're going to get some absolute momentum is in truth. And so I suggest just sitting down and writing out some of the truths in your life right now. Like, be honest with yourself. Have you been lazy? Be truthful. I've been lazy. That doesn't mean that you are lazy. You've just been in a state of laziness. And so you've got to get really honest with yourself about where you are and the things that you're really distracting yourself with. And when you start to see those things that you've been doing and be really truthful, you'll start to see that they don't really add up to a lot of value in your life. Like, if you spend every night watching Netflix and then you sit down and you're honest with yourself that, man, I've really wanted to write a book, but I've been spending 2 hours every single day doing something that's not creating value, you'll be able to make some changes in your life. So it does take radical honesty with yourself to be able to see that, man, I've really been distracting myself from gaining additional clarity. So the third thing that you want to do is really get clear about how you want to feel in this area of your life that you want to gain clarity. So let's say you want to make a career change. You want to get really clear about what's important to you. How do you want to feel every day in your career? Is it important that you're passionate about what you do? There's no wrong or right. Some people are like, hey, I want to jump in to work, make the money that I need to so that I can go have passion someplace else. Maybe you play in a band or you paint or you do something different. For some of us, we want our passion and our career to align. Again, no wrong or right. Just get really clear on how you want to feel in whatever area of your life that you're lacking clarity. And then the next thing that you want to do is just create some actionable steps for yourself that are going to get you there. Maybe in this curiosity phase, that's what I call being stuck. I'm just curious. I'm curious about what's next. And I'm also trusting that I'm going to have those connections and those, synchronicities start to show up in my life and guide me where I'm supposed to go. But I also know I need to take action to get there. Who do I need to network with? What conversations can I have with people that I already know that are in my orbit that might connect me to somebody else that knows more about what I'm curious about? How can I listen to more positive, I would say messages on YouTube, documentary, things that are gonna really help me get more clear on where I wanna go, rather than allowing myself to be distracted from this. And then the last thing that I would say is just put more emphasis on the areas of your life that you're already in flow. We talk a lot about abundance in this YouTube channel. And for me, I focus on the areas of abundance that I already have. So if my health's doing really well, I might up level that even more, or my relationship with my kids or my friends or whatever that might be. I'm going to put a little bit more time and attention on those while the rest of what I need to attract flow are working. The last thing that I want to do is just have a set of beliefs that I can go to that are going to override the overthinking of trying to figure it out, which is everything's always going to work out okay for me. I know that the next opportunity is right around the corner, or it's coming, and really believing as if it's already happened, that the clarity's already here. So clarity is likely not going to come in the shower. Sometimes it does. It's likely not going to come from you thinking. It's going to come from a lot of amazing things happening around you that if you're present enough, you're gonna notice them. It's gonna be that connection to the person that might shift your career, or the idea that's going to end up being your next startup or business venture, or it's gonna come from just getting really clear about what you want in a relationship and holding your standards. So when you're feeling stuck, come back to this. There are just some actionable steps that you can take. And the biggest thing is just love yourself, trust in the process that everything is going to happen for you in divine timing. We'll see you on the next episode.